So good evening, everyone, and welcome and Happy New Year. I'd like to call this meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Dangler,
Here.
Mr. Vieira,
Here.
Mrs. Wittes,
Here.
Dr. Selly,
Here.
and Dr. Vogt.
Here.
I
And
hear-
so, Go
I
ahead.
hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper and adequate electronic notice has been provided in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and the New Jersey Administrative Code, Title V, Chapter 39, Section 1.5, Notice of Remote Public Meetings as required by law.
Good, thank you very much. Okay, so on our workshop agenda, we have three things: old business, new business, and review the regular meeting, pretty much our standard agenda. So let me combine the first two, old business and new business. Do we have, anyone have anything to bring up for either of those?
I guess I do. You all received the Hometown Heroes banners notice that's going on our webpage. And I hope you all had a chance to take a look at it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. I did reach out to some members of the community who will be happy to assist us in launching this program. And just let me know if you have any questions. This will be on our webpage on January 15th. So,
It looks really good, Rose.
oh, thank you. Thanks.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent job. Rose, you want to do just a very brief overview for people who may not know some of the main details with it?
Sure. Well, so beginning January 15th, we're going to start the Hometown Hero program. And for this year, the deadline to get the applications in will be March 15th. And the banners will be displayed for Memorial Day, those few months, and also in November for Veterans Day in that period of time. The banners are $100. There are people who will be eligible are anyone who has lived or currently lives in Long Branch and have served in the armed forces. There will be an application on the website, and anyone that's interested in donating as well or sponsoring a veteran, you're most likely welcome to do that as well. I look forward. I hope it's a success, and looking forward to it. And I want to stand and see you're on there. I want to thank you for all your help too. I really appreciate it.
Great.
Councilman Wittes, you did a great job, and I think it's a great idea.
Thank you.
Thumbs up, Ben.
Thank you.
Yes, nice job, Rose.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Absolutely will be appreciated by many. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good. Anything else for old business or new business? Okay, let's move on to the review of the regular meeting agenda. And we're going to be reviewing the first ordinance of 2022, as a matter of fact, 01-22. And this is an ordinance designating a four-way stop intersection between Winter Street, Springdale Avenue, and Summer Street. And leading us through the details on that will be Lieutenant Shirley from our traffic department. And Director, I don't see him on.
No, Council President. I will be taking care of that this evening.
Okay, thank you.
So what we have here is a ordinance that's being introduced. The mayor, back when I first got here to Long Branch last year, had called me and asked me to sit with the residents of that area, which were on Winter, Summer, Springdale, in reference to possibly turning the street into a one-way. We had several meetings with the residents there. They even did a petition. The issue was, if we were to do something like that, that we would cause a traffic issue for the neighboring blocks around the area. So we decided that wasn't a good idea. So we looked at a couple more options. We actually put a radar system in place on that street. And we found out that speeding wasn't really the issue. It was just the volume of traffic and them going through the stop sign, causing, some accidents at the location. During that time, the traffic division did a survey there, And we determined that the best way to handle the situation at that location was to implement a four-way stop sign that would address all the problems at the location and would not hamper the on-street parking for the residents there or cause an issue for the surrounding blocks with traffic going onto there. So basically, that is the reason why we're bringing this to council now for a resolution. It's a great idea for the neighborhood. It will help as far as traffic and accidents in the area. And everybody seems very happy with the four-way stop sign. The stop sign will actually not only be erected on all four corners, but there'll be an indication on the street that comes down with a reflector sign that will also indicate what's going on there. We will probably do some notifications for a little while indicating that that's being implemented there, so that we don't have that old idea of just going through the intersection knowing that there wasn't a stop sign. So traffic will handle that. Any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer.
Director, I think that's a great idea. I know the area very well. Lived around the area most of my lifetime, and we definitely need to do something about it. And I think the four-way stop sign is a great idea. I commend you guys on the traffic safety because that came out with a great idea. I think one way would have been a little problems. And the four-way stop sign, it stops it a little bit because when the people come down in Springdale and it goes into Winter Street, the street is very tight there. And they don't recommend the traffic that's coming from the opposite way. So by putting a stop sign there, it slows them down a little bit. I commend you guys and a great job with it. I think that's a great idea.
Thank you, Councilman.
Yeah.
I think it's a great idea too, because I think the one street is very, very narrow. And sometimes you can't get two cars, one going one way and one going the other and parking on the other side. It's very difficult. That's a good idea. I would have said one way, but after I heard the explanation, I would agree with you. Four stop signs is good.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Good. Any more comments? So, Director, I want to thank you on this from actually a different perspective. And this was something we talked about in our agenda planning meeting. Just asking if it would be helpful for council to hear some background, on some of the resolutions that come up or ordinances that come up for us to hear, a little bit more of the thinking behind it. So that was our reason for putting this on the agenda. And I think, Director, just from the comments, it's probably something we should think about doing more often. It's helpful for all of us to keep us informed.
I will.
So-
I will add that, Council President, to the agenda when it comes up. I will have an explanation for the reasoning behind the resolutions and why we're going forward.
Great, good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now I need a motion to close the public portion of the meeting.
Almost.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I need a motion. I need a motion to adopt a resolution and go into executive session for the following items. First, attorney-client privilege. The first item listed is the tree ordinance, and our city planner, Nicholas Graviano, will take us through that. Second is a civility statement that I will lead us through. And third is beachfront operations, and our business administrator, Mr. Jackson, will lead us through that. Next part is contract negotiations, CWA Local 1075, white collar unit. And again, it will be the business administrator, Mr. Jackson, leading us through that. And last is the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, Local 210 business administrator, also leading us through that. I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.